So this market continues to act pretty strong. Take a look at Bitcoin. We are on the 6-hour chart. We've been tracking this move, excuse me, on the daily with the 1, 2, waiting for a 3, 4, and 5. I was expecting a little bit of a move down in Bitcoin, right? Kind of to come down towards our 618 levels, something like this. So if this was going to be an A, we're going to be a B, at least we can get a C wave down into this before we move up higher. It looks like the market has different thoughts, and it kind of keeps sliding up higher on this trend line channel. So could we still move down into the second wave? Sure. If this wave here becomes a wave A, if this is a 3-wave correction goes in B, we can still drop down into a wave C, and the quality of that wave would be at about 35.71 if we're dropping down here. So are we out of the woods? Nope. Even though this movement it's kind of to the top side, we still have to be prepared for a drop back towards 3,500. Now, if we are moving up higher above this level, I think this pullback, you can probably kiss it goodbye. If we are moving up higher above that level, I think what's going to happen is, and the way you can probably count this is this wave A from the correction will probably have to be moved down here. Probably this wave A, B is going to be here, and a very small C wave kind of down here. I don't really like this wave C because it's a 3-wave move, so I'm not extremely happy with it. It could be maybe this is an A, B, and C, maybe a WXY, some kind of a flat correction into a wave 2, and then if that's the case, and this wave 2 we secure it down here, that means that we are moving into a 1, 2, 1, 2. So if we go back up here and we decompose, so this is kind of the bullish case already, right? So if we decompose this wave 3 into an impulse wave, you can have this as a wave 1, and we got to find like a 5-wave move inside this wave 1 if we're decomposing this wave 1. I think we're pulling back into a zigzag in 2, and then this can be a wave 3, 4, and then we keep moving up higher. Now this wave 3 needs to be again broken into a 5-wave move, so you would have a 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then this would be something like that. Now for this to happen, that would mean that this movement up here would have to start being aggressive, and sooner rather than later, instead of kind of going sideways towards this trend line, we will need to make a move up higher here and just kind of target this wave 3. So, and that's going to be towards the 40, 42, 43 level. I mean, we can get some targets on there and just go wave 3 and just kind of go 3 versus 1. It would probably end up being somewhere at about 43.80 if this wave gets on the way, but it needs to get on its horse to give me more conviction that this is indeed a 1, 2, and then another 1, 2 move towards the upside. So, like I said, we are not out of the woods until we pass above this this wave level 1, and that's, I'm going to put a price line on there and just go something like that, so about 42.21. So we got to pass this line to get more confidence into the wave count, and this move needs to be aggressive, because every time you have a third of a third move, this wave here has to be very strong. So that's I'm going to watch for that as an indication. But like I said, I'm not discounting this ABC towards 3,500 yet. All right, so that's on Bitcoin. I think this is the same count where we have an A, B, C kind of coming down. So we're just kind of patiently waiting. I know we have a trend line up here kind of coming from up higher on the weekly charts, so I'm going to watch that as well. on this one, like I said, I'm still targeting this level here, even though this is an A, B, and C. So I'm watching this 45.60 level. So I think at the minimum we're gonna kind of target this area. But if that happens now, or if it happens, you know, after we pull back and then go up, or we go straight up, it remains to be seen. So just kind of patience and keep an eye on this. But it's been acting quite bullish, right? Litecoin, every dip on this thing gets bought, and I think we were talking about trying to secure a wave 5 up here on the last video. I think we were talking about the 4 and the 5 here, but it looks like we moved higher, which means that discount it's now valid where we have this wave 5 move. So we have a 1, 2, 3. Let's decompose this wave 5 here and see what happens. As an impulse, so you have a 1, 2, possibly a 3, maybe a 4, and then another 5 here to complete this this wave 3. So we will need another wave up here, but it could also be done if, well, I really don't like, because what happens here is this wave 2, and then to have this as a wave 4 and then this is a 5 is too small. So I think what happens is this is a 2 and we are doing a 4 here. And then we are probably going to shoot up higher towards the 66 level before we finish up this wave 3, then kind of pull back down in 4. So for right now, Litecoin continues to be bullish. I wouldn't short the thing just yet. It stays in this channel, so just kind of be careful. At the minimum, I think we're targeting this area here before a pullback, before a larger pullback. So just keep an eye on that. We are above 100% equality C versus A. And then we are also above this wave 4 level up here. If this was going to be a wave 4 and then we pull back, we would kind of have to stop, and then we kind of moved up higher already. So I don't think this can be a wave 4 anymore. But it's just kind of, you know, way too aggressive to the top side. So I don't have a lot of trust in this wave count, but I'm just gonna you know, keep it out here, see what happens with this wave. This is my other count where I have, you know, less waves on the chart, just going away to 3. I think we've been kind of looking at this one for a while, ever since this levels. All right. And then let's look at the Ethereum. Ethereum, pretty much going nowhere fast, right? So it just kind of, you know, I think even since we've done the last video, it just kind of moved sideways. So nothing really to talk about. We can pull back in at 2, you know, followed by higher. But I think this, I think Ethereum needs a little bit more guidance, either from Bitcoin or from the other markets, to kind of get on its horse. There is just a sideways move. There's nothing to do. If there's nothing to do, you don't trade it. Ripple keeps bouncing against the strand line, and it's you know, I think we've had some longs. We've had some longs before here. I think we've tried again here somewhere. I'm long on Ripple, so I don't know exactly where my longs are. I think they're somewhere around here, this area. But until we break the trend line, and we had a quick break up here on it, and then we just kind of pulled back. So this tells me every time we go below this trend line, you know, they step in and they buy it. So for right now, it's been holding, and I wouldn't be surprised to kind of get a strong move to the top side here in the near term. So kind of keep an eye, because we, you know, we'll keep doing impulse moves, retracement, impulse moves, retracements, impulse moves, retracements. So impulse move, retracements, impulse move, retracements. So it's kind of crazy, right? You could have a multiple series of 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, but I just don't know what's going on in Ripple. So it can explode at any time. But like I said, as long as the trend line holds, I would be a buyer of Ripple. Nothing on EOS, Tron. You know, kind of same thing, just moving sideways. I was expecting a move down towards this wave 2, but nope. It's just kind of dead. Nothing to do here for right now. And then Binance looked like we squeezed above the trend line, just barely here. I think what's happening here, I think we're doing an ending diagonal. So we have a wave 4 and this wave 5. I think it's an ending diagonal, and we have, and I don't know if this is already, if this is a 1, possibly a 2. We have to do a 3, 4, and a 5. So I'm not sure what's going on here. I'm not sure yet, but we might have an ending diagonal developing before a further pullback down. So let's just kind of keep an eye, because like I said, this area here, it's a strong resistance, and I don't think it's going to give up that easily. But if it wants to go up higher, so be it. But for right now, this is a no trade for me in Binance. Either we pull back, or you miss the move to the top side. But for right now, it's a no-no. All right, so that's all I got. I'll try to do another update maybe a little sooner. Hopefully we get some movement, and then we have some measurements and something else to talk about. But this is it for right now, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hit that like button if you like it, and leave some comments below, and I'll talk to you soon.